My name is Katie and I'm a tattoo artist. I got my first tattoo and instantly was just completely obsessed with the whole process, and it seemed like it would be such a good fit career-wise for me. And it was like something just sort of clicked and I decided this is what I want to do. I'm going to make this happen. I started putting together a portfolio of all my work, my drawings. I included paintings and sort of went around the city and introduced myself to different shops and different artists. I entered into an apprenticeship, which was definitely a challenging experience. I learned a lot, but I also came out of it not wanting to tattoo. I respect the people who apprenticed me, however, it was a very challenging environment. And again, at the time, I think I just didn't have the self-confidence or the thick skin to kind of weather criticism, and I just wasn't used to being sort of treated the way I was. So ultimately I was like, I don't know if I want to be part of an industry where this sort of imbalance between power is the norm. I put that on hold and I went back to school for art therapy, but that's how I kind of came back to tattooing. Meeting a friend there who was a tattoo artist, and she sort of urged me to get back into it. I don't know where I'd be if I hadn't met her, if she hadn't sort of given me a little kick to get going again. She believed in me, which enabled me to believe in myself. We're all our own worst critics, and I'm very, very self-critical, and so I had such a small portfolio, and I was like, how is anybody going to let me tattoo them, let alone give me a chance to work at a shop? She just said, just try it, just try it, and I did. The transition happened over the past 5 years. I started working at Adrenaline, doing lots of walk-ins, so many clients a day, fast-paced, very technical. So I had a great opportunity to hone my skills, and a shift sort of started happening when I wanted to sort of progress into doing bigger, more custom pieces. I started drawing sort of my own pieces and just posting them online. People started seeing them and wanting to get them tattooed, and then after posting a few of these tattoos of custom pieces I had drawn, my following started to grow pretty rapidly. And so I started booking more and more custom pieces. I decided to move to a custom shop. I felt that I had a solid enough client base and enough interest to kind of venture out on my own. And it wasn't something that necessarily from the beginning I set off to do, but it grew to be sort of a little dream of mine. I found this space, not necessarily at the time when I was ready to move into it, but I took a chance, and now I can't imagine doing anything else. It's definitely been a learning curve. Like I'd say the first year of working alone, a lot of the time I felt like I had no idea what I was doing. Mostly from the practical side of things, just all of the work it takes to run a space and to run essentially a small business. But I learned as I went. Hard work translates into what you get back. I do feel very grateful to be able to work the way I do in the space that I have. I get my inspiration from, I think, a variety of different places. Nature has always been a big part of my inspiration. Colors in nature, patterns in nature, cycles of nature, science aspects of nature, like down to a molecular sort of biological level too. I guess animals themselves are inspiring, and different stories and myths and personalities that are attributed to various animals are also really interesting to me. So not only tattoo artists, but illustrators, painters, photographers. Another source of inspiration, I guess, is my own past. I danced ballet at a pre-professional level. The human body, the way it moves, the way it's connected, the lines, the movement, the shapes, the curves, and dance itself as an art form is so ingrained in me that I think almost subconsciously comes out in my tattoo work as well. I don't know that I've ever thought I'm good at this. I've always thought I love this and this feels very natural and necessary. I've always drawn, always painted. High school was really sort of tough for me, as it is, I'm sure, for a lot of people. And sounds so cliche, but art is what got me through high school. You know, the business portion of art and art as a career be more integrated into the education system, because it's one thing to love what you do and to be an amazing artist, but also having the skills to apply that to the real world is crucial. I didn't really have those and had to learn them as I went, and that part's a bit tough. Work is work, but it doesn't feel like work most of the time, which I realize is such a privilege. It's a dream come true to be able to be that and to work as an artist.